What's up everybody, it's CJ and I'm back with another Pleasantville renovation video. So the house that we're going to be furnishing today, I'm going to call this one the DIY grandma home. Because, okay, here's the thing. So there were, a grandma and grandpa who lived here, but they're both dead. The grandma was the last one to live, so she kind of like had everything in her will, So she willed everything to her granddaughter, and I'm talking everything. The house, the furniture, the car in the front yard, like everything is for the granddaughter. And the granddaughter is like a young adult. So like, she's fresh out of college, she is living on her own and she has a house, which is great. But the only problem is that the house is kind of outdated. I mean, not even kinda, it is outdated. So I kind of wanted to kind of like have this house be like a DIY kind of thing where like you look at the house, you could tell that an older person lived here, but also when you look at it, you can also tell that there's a younger person that lives here as well. So we're kind of like in the process of like moving old stuff out, getting new stuff in, trying to keep some old stuff, repurpose it, that kind of thing. So I kind of really wanted that to kind of like show in this build today. So we're gonna start off in this corner. This is where the living room is gonna be. This house is not that big, y'all. So I had to kind of be kind of smart about how I did things. So for this little corner section, I'm using the late night chair. I'm using the other chair from the 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff pack. I was trying to like figure out how to make them work in this little space. And then I was like, maybe we can have a smaller TV, because I was going to use the one from the 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff pack, but I was like, it's way too big for this corner. So I was like, we can use like a little small TV. Like in my brain, I'm like, maybe the kids, of the grandparents, maybe they were like trying to modernize things a little bit when they were still alive. So they got them a flat screen TV, even though it's not really that big. But yeah, so the TV is a couple years old, but it's modern-ish, I guess, right? It's not like a tube TV. We also have the home sweet home picture. I put up a picture of a cat. I was just trying to make the furnishing feel grandparent-esque or like grandma-esque, if that makes sense. Like I was really trying to make this look kind of old. I feel like downstairs is more like older looking than the upstairs. So like I said, the granddaughter is slowly but surely trying to modernize things, like it's cute, it's nice, but it's gonna look better over time, you know what I'm saying? I was really trying to figure out what to put in this little corner to kind of clutter it up some. So I put plants, I put this little a coffee table. I also ended up putting some curtains. I think I used the ones from the Master Suite stuff pack. I was really trying to find some like older looking stuff in this corners because they kind of give off like an older style anyway, because they're kind of like ruffly. And then I was trying to like figure out what else to put in this little corner section. I put a dresser. It's the one from the Seasons expansion pack. I feel like it's a little bit newer, so like this could be like some of the new mixed in with some of the old, because we have like the old mirror, we have the lamp. It comes from Supernatural. It has like a unicorn or maybe like a horse on it. And I was like, that looks like something a grandma and grandpa would have. So I decided to kind of like put that here. And, maybe in terms of the story, the granddaughter is keeping it, But that's pretty much like everything for this corner. It took me a while, y'all, to just kind of figure out what I wanted to do. I was trying to use stuff I never really used that much. So like, for example, this couch is from late night. Like I never used this couch. I feel like it's probably supposed to be used like on a porch or a balcony, because it doesn't really have a matching chair to go with it. So I'm like, maybe it's outdoor furniture, but I'm just gonna use it indoors because I like the pillows and I like the wicker on it. I almost used the Generations curtains in this room, but I decided to kind of keep those for upstairs because they kind of give off a more like modern-ish kind of vibe to me. So I wanted to use those upstairs instead. All right, so moving on, we are in the kitchen. So just to let y'all know, there's no table. I wanted to put a china cabinet in here instead of a table, so there is no table. But as y'all can see, the house isn't that big anyway, so your Sims will probably just sit on the couch and watch TV, which, it'd be like that sometime. So if you want to make room for a table, just delete the china cabinet. You could probably fit a small one, but for me, I'm like, no, we're just gonna throw the older one away and get a new one eventually. I'm also using these doors. These are from the base game. I always thought that these were 2-tile doors, but I think I got them mixed up with the other door from the base game. So I was like, why don't we use those? Because they kind of give off like an older vibe anyway. And then as for like the kitchen, at first I wanted to use these base game countertops. I don't know why, but I love using these lately. I was also trying to figure out what stove I wanted to use. So I used this one from the Pets pack. It kind of looks a little bit older to me. I matched it up with the fridge from the Pets pack, and then I also went back and I changed the cabinets to the ones from the Pets pack just to kind of have everything look better. The tile that I'm using is, I believe, is base game, I want to say, for the backsplash. I feel like the kitchen is also outdated, but it's one of those things where it's like, a stove costs money, a fridge costs money, new countertops cost a lot of money. So it's one of those things where it's just like, we'll get to it when we get to it, but the kitchen looks nice enough, like it matches with the rest of the living room, I guess. The color, I mean, I guess color scheme wise. And then the only other thing I did for this little corner is I put a china cabinet. So I'm using the one from the Supernatural pack. I love that one. It's really nice. I think that pack comes with 2 of them, I want to say, but I wanted to use the one that looks a little bit more wooden because it looks a little bit older to me. So I kind of put that in here. And also, yo, I didn't realize this until I finished the recording that, so for one, as you can see, I'm trying to put some railing on the stairs indoors. I also realized that outside, especially like if you can look right here at this door, it doesn't have a railing or like a fence to kind of go with it. So I went ahead after I finished recording everything and I put a fence and some railings down for some of the stairs because, you know, it just looks better to me to have it, you know. But that's pretty much like everything for this little corner. Next up we have the first bedroom. I'm just gonna call this one the guest bedroom because like no one lives down there. Originally it was gonna be a home office space, but I was like, I don't know, I was like, maybe if you download this house you might have more than one sim, you know, so maybe you might need like another bedroom. So I was like, we could just turn this into a spare bedroom, you know. I know like a lot of people, like especially like back in the day, would have like guest bedrooms, like literally whole dedicated rooms in their house just for guests. So for this guest room, I know I wanted this one to be very, very, very outdated. So we have like some really old looking wallpaper. I wanted to put like an older bed in here, so I used the single one from the base game. I also paired it up with a base game dresser and also a base game nightstand. The base game actually kind of like came through for this build, honestly. And then I knew for the bedrooms, I didn't want to have hardwood floor, I wanted to have carpet. So there's some like older carpet in here. And there's also some carpet in the upstairs bedroom as well. But yeah, I really like the way that this bedroom turned out. Like, it's old, but it kind of reminds me of like autumn, you know, like the season, and it just, I don't know, it just looks nice to look at, you know. So I don't know, I just love doing houses like this in general, but I knew this time around I did not want this house to just be completely old-fashioned. I wanted to kind of have like some, you know, some newer touches here and there. So yeah, I'm really pleased with how everything turned out, y'all. Like, it turned out really good. Also, I'm using some of these lights from the base game and also the ones from the Ambitions pack. So like the Ambitions lights are kind of supposed to represent like the new lights, you know, like we replaced the old ones. But however, you know, like the granddaughter hasn't gotten around to all the rooms just yet, so we still have some original stuff, you know. So like the guest bedroom has like the craftsman style light, you know. Moving on, we're gonna go ahead and go upstairs. So for the upstairs section, I did not know what I wanted to do. So you might have seen when I first started the video that I had to kind of like draw a room upstairs. So I had to make the bedroom a little bit smaller if I wanted to fit a bathroom. I feel like maybe Boring Bones intended for this room right here to be the bathroom, but I wanted it to be a bedroom, you know. So upstairs, I decided to kind of like have us have a bathroom. For the upstairs portion, I was like, what can I do? So I was like, you know what? Let's take the greenish wallpaper away and let's make it white. The upstairs is probably what is the most remodeled or like DIY'd, I would say. So we have like new wallpaper, we have a new computer desk, we have a new computer, the chair is new for the computer desk. Like everything up here is pretty much modernized for the most part. So like the bookshelf is the one from the Seasons pack. I'm also gonna put some railing up here because I kind of forgot to do that earlier. So we put some railing. I also did keep some older objects. So for example, there's like this love seat. It's the one from the base game. It's the one that's kind of square-ish. I decided to keep that up here. I was like, maybe she got it reupholstered or something like that, so it looks a little bit modern. But we kept the old chair, and we also have an older end table right here. And then I also used an older looking lamp. So that's some of the stuff from the old house, you know, that we're just gonna try to keep. And then we also have these curtains, which I'm gonna be honest, y'all, these curtains are not my favorite, but I decided to keep them because I wanted to have curtains in here. I don't know about y'all, but I feel like I've just gone so long playing The Sims without ever putting like curtains in my house that whenever I do put them now, I kind of always second guess because I'm like, this looks like too much, you know what I mean? Like to me it just looks like it's too many curtains. But I know in terms of real life it probably wouldn't be as bad, but in The Sims I feel like you notice things a little bit more. So I was like, maybe we'll just keep these curtains, but honestly, I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to delete them, because I'm like, it's just too many. But I didn't want to have the windows just not have anything there, so I decided to keep them. I'm just going to recolor them a little bit. I also ended up putting like a circular rug, this little portrait of a family I wanted to kind of put up as well. And I also wanted to put like this older looking mirror. I guess that's older too, we kept that. But we have like this older looking mirror above the end table, which I think it looks kind of classy in the corner, you know? And I also put like a little lamp on it, and that's pretty much everything. I feel like honestly either this room or the bathroom might be my favorite room, which is kind of weird because bathrooms are really ever my favorite room in a house. But like I think the bathroom looks really nice. So the story for the bathroom is that like again, we're in our DIY era, you know, we're kind of fixing things up as we go along. So for the bathroom, I feel like the granddaughter went to Pinterest or Simtress, whatever like the Pinterest version of The Sims would be. She was trying to like find some retro looking wallpaper, but you know, obviously it's new, but it's like it's made to look retro. So she found one that has like these flowers on it. They're white flowers, but they have like a green backdrop. So she wanted to kind of put those in the bathroom. So the toilet, the sink, and the tub are all kind of old, so I decided to kind of keep them, but I wanted the wallpaper to kind of like stand out. So to me, I think the bathroom looks nice. Like it just gives off like an older but repurposed kind of vibe, you know? So I use like an older tub. I use one of the base game toilets in here, and then for the tile, I was gonna copy and paste the same tile from downstairs, but I decided to kind of like recolor the green a little bit just so it could kind of match a little bit more with the wallpaper. But as you can see, I'm using like I think it's called the country kitchen counter from the base game, so I wanted to kind of use that in here. I don't know, this room just kind of gives off like old farmhouse vibes to me, and I just really like it. So we have like the older mirror. Like honestly, the only new thing I guess in the bathroom is like the towel on the wall and the wallpaper. Everything else is old. But I don't know, I just think the bathroom looks kind of nice. I like the bathroom. But that's pretty much everything for in here. I did playtest this because I was really unsure. So as you can see, I was like changing the tub around. I did playtest this and it does work. So I think your sim just gets in on the side where the faucet is. So this bathroom is functional and I'm happy about it because I was really going to be upset if I had to like swap something around. I did go back and put some curtains in here too, just to kind of have some. But the last room in the house is the bedroom. This one is also modernized. So we threw the original bed away, threw the original dresser away. Everything in here is pretty much new except for the carpet, which we're working on replacing that. So for the bedroom, I'm using this more modern looking bed from the base game. I paired it up. I think this dresser is the matching one, I want to say. It might be. So I ended up using that one in here. It's also from the base game as well. I was going to put a nightstand in here, but I didn't know if that was going to like have routing issues with the dresser, and I wanted your sims to kind of be able to use the dresser. So I didn't know if that was going to be like too much, so I didn't put a nightstand, so you can at least build a charisma skill if you want to in here, you know. And then I did go back and put some bamboo plants in here too, just to kind of like have some plants in the corner. But in all, I think that's like pretty much everything for the entire build. I gotta say, y'all, I love how this one turned out. It just looks nice, you know. But if you want to download this house, I am going to leave it linked down below. Please be sure to stick around for the screenshots so you can see how the house will look when you go to download it. But anyway, y'all, that is all that I have for this video. If you did enjoy it, please be sure to leave a like, comment something down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye! Thanks for watching!